Namaste. Welcome. The tongue and the mouth in general will play a vital role in the latter stages of the practice when we are already ready to tackle the advanced stages of the meditation. It's just a natural course of this journey. One's energetic side, the subtle body and the Kundalini energy becomes more sensitive. We would be faced with this another stage. Actually, it's a beautiful stage of the practice, but there are challenges involved as well. The mouth, particularly the tongue, the gums, they will become more extra sensitive to electrical pulsations, because it's the nature of the Kundalini energy. As she makes her way up through the upper reaches of her spine, she will find a way to exit the body, and you will really feel her presence inside the mouth and the bottom gums. And if we do not release the excess energy, it will result to stagnation, blockages, physical issues like neck pain, shoulder pain, or even headache. And worst, it could lead to bleeding of our gums. So really, this is very true. Back then, I thought that I could manage the, I would say, the implications of energy channeling through intense practice of asanas and even pranayama. But actually, if we overdo these elements, the breath work and the physical elements, they could even make the issues worse. Because we need now to practice restorative elements. So we do not want to be forcing her inside the upper regions of the central nervous system. It will happen through time and practice. So we need to drain her out of her system using gentle and restorative elements. So for example, you are at the stage of your practice already that you feel that after the practice your head becomes heavy, you feel pain or imbalances in the neck, the shoulder region. It may be an indication that you need to slow down a bit on the asanas and intense breathing works and focus on some restorative components of the practice. So what are these restorative components? Gentle shoulder, neck stretches. You might practice, instead of intense breath regulation, just practice like the sitali breathing or the cooling breath, or even just take a couple of days off the practice. Go out, become one with nature, and breathe some fresh air. Alright. And you might want to practice some gentle forms of meditation. For example, listening to music, singing, doing some mantras. So those are observances that we could practice, aside from the physical asanas and intense breathing works, for us to restore our system. But sometimes the Kundalini energy manifests so strongly, and I could fully relate with this, that my mouth, my tongue, my gums, they become too electrically charged. And then back then I didn't know that there were like exercises I could practice. But it was so natural for me to always stretch my tongue, massage my tongue, and do some mouth exercises. For today I will be sharing with you 3 of them. Alright. So back then I didn't know that there were names, but now that I know the names, let me give a formal name to this one. The first is the Chalan Kriya. Chalan Kriya is where you massage or stretch the tongue using the hands and a piece of cloth to cushion to make it a bit gritty. And the second is the Dohan Kriya, or tongue massages, and we will be utilizing bare hands and the aid of like lubricant like butter or sesame oil. And the last one to restore our mouth will be the Talavya Kriya. Alright. So if you practice it at home, make sure your hands are clean. So I've already washed my hands, but to reinforce the cleanliness of this practice, I will be cleaning it again using antibacterial wipes. But normally I would do it in the shower, because after this you need to rinse your mouth. So for easy management of rinsing the mouth after the practice, you might consider doing the practice in the shower. Right? And yeah, hands are clean. Alright, and prepare the other materials we will be utilizing and needing. I've melted like just a small amount of butter, but if you are sensitive to butter, you might use sesame oil, and a piece of clean cloth, yeah, for the mouth or the tongue stretches. Alright, so first, we need to massage our tongues first. So this is how I normally do it, because when you stretch the tongue, suddenly you might hurt some sensitive nerve there, especially the bottom of the tongue. You don't want to be hurting those sensitive points. So I would normally massage my tongue first. Yeah? So this is what we call the Dohan Kriya. Right. So we will be using our bare hands to touch our tongue. So make sure it's so clean. Yeah? Wash, soap and water. Even do it in the shower. Right. And then the melted butter, so you're gonna damp your fingers, both sides. Okay. I would normally wet my thumbs and the rest of the tip of the fingers, and I will stick my tongue out like that, and I will use my fingers to massage the tongue. So I won't be able to talk, so I will just give you a short demonstration. So from the inside, so you're gonna slide your fingers forward, and apply just a gentle pressure, like you're massaging it, And you might also want to move the tongue side to side and circle it around your mouth, such as this. Like you're milking it, so Dohan means to milk, so the sides, the edges, the top and the bottom of the tongue, I normally have to breathe through it. I say don't want to be holding your breath, so what I'll do is I would take a long breath, nourishing breath, and while I can keep the retention light, I will massage it, but actually you can still breathe while you're doing the technique. So massaging, milking it, making it loose, making it supple. Circle it around side to side, but don't pull it yet. It's more of your fingers massaging your tongue. And you might pinch the tongue a bit. So after that, so how long? I would normally do it like for 3 minutes, for the tongue massages, the Dohan. And after that, you need to rinse your mouth, so you release the lubrication, because the next one will be tongue stretches, and then you need a slight firm grip. So I would normally use a piece of cloth, to hold my tongue using my fingers, so it doesn't slide out, and just this, the tip of the tongue, and then you're gonna pull the tongue forward and downwards, like that. So do it downwards first, so it doesn't become too intense for the base of your tongue. So I would normally inhale, retain, and exhale, stretch it out. Inhale, release, inhale, exhale. So since you are doing the tongue exercises with the mouth open, you might exhale through the mouth, like that. And then you gently relax the tongue, relax the jaw, and pull it out just a bit. First, forward and downwards. Yeah, and after a few repetitions of that, you may want to try now to pull it forwards and upwards. But be very careful with this one. You don't want to over pull it, because if you over pull it, you might hurt the sensitive part of the base of the tongue. So let me just give you a demo. Inhaling, exhale, forward and up. Like you want to reach the tip of the tongue to the tip of the nose. And restore. Inhale, exhale. Find your rhythm. Sometimes I would just hold the retention while I do the stretching, so I don't have to release it. Like for example, I wanted to stretch it a few more times before I do the next breath. I will just hold a bit of a retention, and I will do the stretches while holding a kumbhaka. Alright, so once the upward action is open already, you may do it side to side. Or you can do random one, downwards, forward, upwards, and side to side, and circle it around. So I would normally do another 3 minutes of that. Alright. Then after that, so you need to rinse the mouth again, because you need to restore the mouth. And the last one would be what we call the Talavya Kriya. So this is to restore the mouth and the tongue in general. So the Talavya Kriya is you're gonna allow this part of the tongue, not really the tip, the surface of the tongue, to fold upwards to the upper palate and slightly back, close to the soft palate. Like you are pulling it backwards, and then you will press the tongue firmly up the upper palate until an organic suction is formed. Like you're really creating a vacuum there, like a grip. And then you will release it forward, and it will essentially create a clicking sound. But don't over exert the effort. Make it light, make it more organic, make it more natural, such as this. So you will form that organic clicking sound. Once the vacuum is formed, by allowing the tongue, the surface of the tongue, to press backward or upwards and backwards towards the backs of the upper palate, you will form that gentle suction, like a pressure against the tongue and the upper palate. You slide it out, release it forward, and you will essentially create that clicking sound. Like that. So I would normally just do about 1 minute of that one, or maybe 30 seconds. It's just to restore. And after that, allow your mouth to restore. You may rinse it again, and then just circle the tongue. I would do the tongue circles first, upper palate, the gums, the front of the teeth, the backs of the teeth, like that. So you may want to practice a few of neck exercises like this after the practice, just to restore the neck and generally the upper regions of the spine. Those are really helpful ways for you to dissolve and to correct imbalances and to release energetic stagnation caused by the subtle force rising to the upper regions of the spine without you being too intense. Somehow we need to practice gentle forms of restorative element to do that function. So if you're gonna ask me how often, I would normally do this twice a week. And although I don't do it as much now because I'm practicing another elements to serve the purpose, but back then I would do it regularly. Alright, and this is also a good preparatory element if the intuition, the calling is there to practice the Kachari Mudra. Alright, but without that in mind, just to serve the purpose of releasing and correcting imbalances and to allow the throat and the upper regions of the astral system sensitive, those are good and safe practices at home. Till the next time. Namaste.